Welcome everybody to Thursday night hockey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
School night hockey.
School night hockey. I was just saying, man, just something about it doesn't feel right. I feel like I got to get up and go to work tomorrow morning. It just doesn't feel right.
Not used to that.
No, it is not good, not good. Well, welcome, Tom, to Thursday night hockey with the Cyclones facing the Des Moines Oak Leafs. We'll go through the lineups here, and then we'll get back to live broadcast.
Reed Jones. At defense, number 16,
Yeah, so real quick,
Charles Hargrove.
on defense, we have Reed Jones and Charles Hargrove.
Number 15,
We have forwards and wings, Zach Wilson and Wyatt Pink. At center, Graf Linder. And in net tonight is Wes Carl. Just a chance for us to give a shout out to Iridium CrossFit. All the help and support that they've given the team, and a great sponsor for the team. So big shout out to them as we get warmed up. Now for the light show.
Well, this is one of the advantages of an organization like Oak Leafs. You know, they get to come to a fantastic place like the Recplex. I mean, just a great opportunity here in West Des Moines for this program and this home ice that they have. And, you know, every home barn's a home field advantage for the most parts, but this is a great barn the Oak Leafs have. So it's always fun to come down and play because it's always entertaining from that perspective along with the competition.
Yeah, it's been a great addition to Des Moines in general with the ice facilities that we have.
Absolutely.
You know, between Metro and Bucks. So adding these 2 sheets of ice was a great addition. Are they planning a third?
I don't know if they're doing it here in the Bucks arena. There was a plan to do an arena like what they did up in Mason City in the mall there, but I think that's
last I heard that is delayed indefinitely.
That's what I've heard, the same thing though. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know what that will do for the USHL Bucks program, but I guess over time will tell.
leading out your Des Moines Oak Leafs for tonight's game from the Des Moines Youth Hockey Association, Knox Peterson.
Make our first official welcome to Miss Connie Horn, Rod's grandmother, watching from Illinois, I believe, if that's correct. Yep. So welcome there. Just remember, folks, do your best to give us a shout out on the live stream. We'll do our best to shout you out. We always want to give feedback and credit to our parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, whatever out there that aren't able to be live and in person but are able to join us on the live stream. So we like to be able to give shout outs to you all as well. So make sure you throw that in the chat when you can.
Yeah. So I'm excited tonight because I'm introducing a couple little additions to our broadcast.
Absolutely.
Try and spiffy it up a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, Tom's been he hadn't had much to do in his life, so he's just spending time on YouTube, just playing with the stream and seeing what he can get out. But some of the clips that we'll be able to show you during the intermission and stuff like that are real impressive. So we're about to have our national anthem, folks, so we're going to be silent through that process, and we'll be back live for the puck drop.
Coaching your Oak Leafs is Scott Long, assisted by Robbie George, Jake Hostashil, and Derek Henry. Refereeing tonight's game is Grant Charles, Jeff Carpenter, and Connor Ellings. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please join us and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. Start.
want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that opening into the game stream, live stream right there. That was Tom's great work. So we're about to have a little quick puck drop here, and we'll get her going.
Yeah, that was, if you all knew about my New York trip, that was about 40 hours of windshield time. So
Well, it's fantastic, Tom. So we have a puck out there. We have Jones and Hargrove running at D, along with Pink and Wilson and Linder on our forward line. Getting our first change going in too. So Tom was not on our broadcast last weekend because he was up in New York or over in New York, whatever you want to say. Him and Tyler went out there to participate in the Veterans Day parade. Him and the Ankeny Centennial Band. So I know that was a fantastic opportunity for them.
it was a really cool trip. Kids got exposed to some stuff that some of them may never get a chance to do again in their life. So there's an icing call.
So last time we saw the Oak Leafs here was in that preseason weekend, that mid-weekend of October. We had a great match against them. We were able to, again, it was a preseason game. I'll preface with that, but we were able to take the win against them there. So we have a lot of incentive in coming into this weekend's game against them. So we know we can compete with them. We just got to play our game. And we saw last weekend that the first period was not a good period for us. That's normally been the second period. So we were able to battle back in with
Right
and get us going. Period. So we're going to find out how this goes. We just need a good 3 periods of hockey. That's the only way we're going to be able to beat the Oak Leafs.
Yeah, so I got to watch a little bit from afar. Well, here comes the Oak Leafs. Came in 3v1 and put a hard shot on goal, but knocked off the blocker of West there. Kiefer Shifley gets it out of the zone. Chance for some fresh legs to come off the bench.
It's a tough little change there. The Oak Leafs still had possession in through the neutral zone, so we had one too many of our players coming off the ice at the same time, though. So kind of got lucky on that. The Oak Leafs were a little short as well. That they actually had a pretty good opportunity if they'd had all 5 on the ice as well. So glad to see they didn't take too much advantage of that, but we can't have those kind of mistakes tonight.
So back to our first line. Linder's taking the face off. Oak Leafs pull it back. They try to send one in. Too many Ames legs in the way.
The stick there, right up the center.
There we go. Wilson chips that one forward. Good pursuit by Wilson and Linder.
Oh.
Oak Leafs wrap it around. Jones can't.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Linder, it's got a good overload.
We shoot it wide.
Pink goes up to the slot. Oak Leafs player came into the slot, just got his legs in there, didn't let it move into the net.
He had a good opening coming across the top of that slot there, so I was glad to see him just take that shot versus attempt to do some stick handling and stuff like that. So I like that. Oh, missed that.
That was dangerous. Shot on goal. Wes Carl doing a great job just staying home. Stayed squared up on the puck. Oak Leafs tried to send that one in, clear from the point. Ames recovers. Jones comes up out of the zone, switches sides, finds Wilson. Wilson chips up, puts it into the Oak Leaf zone, and we get a fresh line coming out. That second line comes. Shifley, Fleury, and Giles.
Giles, baby.
Just looking to see. I didn't see him come out, so I was looking to see if he made his way on there yet. He's hiding out on the opposite side. Fleury clearing past to Shifley. Gets held up in neutral ice, and Oak Leafs push it back into the Ames zone.
We're seeing some early good positive results from them right now. Good puck movement through the neutral zone. Decent little breakouts. They're getting their time of possession is well on point. So I mean, so far we're seeing some pretty good movement through these guys early on.
So shot on goal from Baker. Here's what I'll say is it always seems like inevitably in the game that we start out in the first couple minutes of the game is always just some slapstick back and forth while everybody kind of calms down. But I feel on both sides they're really doing a lot better puck control and not just doing the usual start where we're slapping it.
Yeah, just good management is what's happening so far. So we'll see how it goes. I'd like to welcome our Sioux City Metro colleagues and friends out there. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks, but thank you guys for joining us on this live stream. I guess on a Thursday night there in Sioux City, you don't have anything else to do. But hey, when you love the sport of hockey and you love watching hockey, so we love you fellas joining us. Shannon Carpenter, again, that's thank you, Miss Shannon, for joining us in here. And Shannon's son played with us last year, and so glad to see they're still supporting the Cyclone program along with Patty Van out there. Cooper, one of many Cooper's supporting cast that normally joins us here on the live stream.
So fun fact for you, I actually grew up in Sioux City, so
okay.
Some of those names on the Sioux City Metros are parents that I went to high school with.
Well, I'll be. And you still like them. I think that's a good thing.
You didn't hear me say that.
Oh, no, I missed that. Was that false interpretation? No, we enjoy our Sioux City Metro partners and friends out there. Good guys that they do an awesome live stream themselves. So got to watch them a little bit last weekend. They had a lot of good stuff in between each period and so forth and so on. So they are attempting to do cameras as well in addition to. They had a camera on the side of the not directly behind the net, but on the board level. So that was pretty impressive to see. So lots going on with these groups. So back to live action here, though. Face off here in our defensive zone. Wilson is able to break a puck out and make a charge down. No icing.
Wilson
so we have
the pressure and Oakley's reverse. Van Devender pushing down.
So
low.
right now we have Van Dever and Stansfield out there on the defensive pairing. We have Linder and Pink and Wilson still out there. So I'm not seeing whether or not if there's something going on here with the line or just that the Linder line just hadn't had a chance to change out yet. So they seem to be staying. So Giles and Shifley are making their way out. So I don't know. We'll have to pay a little close attention. I don't know if Coach Rick's doing something a little different tonight just to try to see how things are going.
Here comes Flory with the breakaway. Moves up left side, feeds into Giles. Giles takes it in deep behind the net. Doesn't quite collect the puck, and the Oak Leafs on the back check. They're going to chip that up. That's going to be an icing call if it doesn't hit the net. He got on edge, and it was rolling down on edge. It was just slightly angling towards the net. Wes had his hand up saying it's going to be icing, and he had to get in his.
I wonder if that point, as they were going in, as Giles was coming across, I think he had enough time maybe to go ahead and dart across the blue line to let Isaac get a full entry into the zone. But you know, it's just one of those moments that they kind of got clogged up together there going in.
Yeah, that's one of the things. You know, it's easy for us to say from here.
Sure.
But like when they go in there and when somebody's entering the zone. And when they enter the zone on top of each other, it's one of the things that, you know, like in youth hockey, always drove me nuts. And it's like when you see him move over, like switch positions, give him room, and go find another zone entry spot.
Well, I think in addition to all that, you got to have some good communication. Oh, just
nice.
A bit outside.
Rocket from Giles at the point, goes wide, high left.
Yeah, Flory made a good dish out to him to the top, and he just made a shot. And just a little bit wide, you know, but I think the Flory having the vision to see Oliver sitting back there was a good point. So
I like that because, like, too much like the guys, they get into traffic and they're good stick handlers and they think they can work through it. So he knew he drew a couple men with him.
Yeah.
Turned around, saw that Oliver was wide open up there, gave it to him, and Oliver put a heck of a shot up there, just a little wide.
Just a little bit outside, but that's what we got to do, right? We got to get in a position. We got to make shots on goal and just see where the puck falls from there.
I'll take the heads up, the smart decisions, the execution part will come.
I think so far I'm not surprised about what we're seeing before. I mean, we're almost 10 minutes into this first period, and we've got 3 shots, and Oak Leaf's got 3 shots, and we've got 1. So it doesn't really surprise me with the way these two play against one another.
So Wilson and Linder entered the zone. Wilson was trying to slide one in there as Linder went up the slot. Icing's waved off. Jones goes D to D in the corner.
There we go.
Pink drops back, pushes it over to Jones. Jones chips it up off of a Oak Leaf stick. It goes on goal. Oak Leafs pick it up. They shoot it out of the zone. They have a man waiting on the far side. Oh, I didn't think he touched it. Linesman was right there, though. I'll take his word for it.
Giles attempted to bring it up the ice a little bit. Him and Wilson just kind of, again, a little bit of connecting right there. That a little bit of communication. As you're coming up, one of the others got to be able to say something to another. They shouldn't, I don't believe, should be colliding against one another. But, to your point earlier, it's easy for me to stand up here. Oh, that was a tip.
So, note from our tech director, and probably something that we're seeing here is, as they're entering the zone, we're talking about those guys, getting on top of each other. That communication between players is huge. I know that was something we talk about all the time is, one of your most powerful things on the ice is using your voice. Let them know where you are. Let them know what your intentions are. Let them know where you're going to be. Sometimes you don't hardly have to say anything.
No.
Just them hearing your voice and using using your ears just to have a sense for where you're aiming for are all big things that make a difference on the ice.
Good job, Bob. Aiden getting out there and getting a little deflection on that shot from the point.
Woo. Oakley's put one across the
right
front.
Across the crease.
Caden Anderson down there. Another Ames product.
Yeah, Caden's a dynamic player. I enjoyed Caden when he did play for us down in Ames, and we're going to call that every time. Incidental, of course, but yeah, we're going to get that every time.
Yeah. So there's dumb penalties and there's hustle penalties.
Yeah.
And he was reaching for that. It was a trip. I thought that was Tristan that did it.
No, it was
Charles.
Yep.
Hargrove goes onto the bench. So we go into our first penalty kill. So
Giles is Shifley and Flory out there on a penalty kill.
Yeah. So I hate it when their skates are parked and they're just reaching with their stick and they do stuff. But he was in position. He was spinning around, reaching for that puck, and he just tripped up the player. It was a fair call. And him just hustling as they're working around him. Oh, that one went off of Wes, and Ames gets it out of the zone. Flory comes off.
Flory comes off and Linder out. So quick little change. I think Flory was out there on that last shift, so he needed to get a break. But he did a great job on that first opportunity down low. Yep, good job.
Good clear.
Good job.
That was something we saw in the JV game, where in our power plays that, like, the Oak Leafs they didn't take a lot of control of the puck, but they just got their stick on it enough that they'd get a hold of it, they'd send it to the far end, force us to reset, and we struggled to spend a lot of time in the zone. So I think we're doing a good job here. There we go. Jones gets it.
Get out. Yeah, there we go.
Just sneaks that one by. I thought Clemenson was going to hold that one in.
So we have Jones and Van Deventer out there running the D, and then we have Baker and Pink came in for Linder. So 52 seconds or 50 seconds left in this penalty kill.
Good rotations. I like how they're, those are pretty good, smooth transitions out of there. They're getting the puck down there. They're keeping the fresh legs on there.
Yeah, I like I like that, and it's happened twice now. Maybe we'll see a third time here. I like the fact that they really just cleared the puck, right? They got it on their stick and they just got it out. Nothing too fancy, nothing too sharp.
Yep.
We got Wyatt coming down. He's all by himself. Let's see what he can do here.
Yep. There's fresh legs again. 30 seconds.
Yep. Wyatt's just controlling the puck down below.
Yep.
Taking it up. Look at that. See, I love it. All by himself. He took up a lot of good time there. Good job by you, Wyatt Pink. Well done.
Down. 10 seconds left to go in this.
So Giles and Shifley have made their way back out. Wilson's on here, so we're going to – I thought he had it as we're about to clear the
He at least
zone.
got it out of the zone.
Yep. So we can't ice it now because we do have 5 players out there, which we just did. Nope, they waved it off. So we're back with that. Was Giles and Scheifele are out there right now, along with Hanson, Keller, and Weaver. So Giles is going to pick it up.
He's got Weaver on the far side. Thought he was going for the toe drag.
Oh, he trotted out front. You had both Keller and Weaver crashing down, but it just hit the corner of the net and ricocheted outward. So good job, Kiefer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a close slide across the net. He just fortunate he didn't able to control that on his stick.
Yeah, that was one where got that on his stick.
Yeah. Very similar to that what happened last weekend with West, or against the Capitals against West, where he got moving across the crease.
Yeah.
But very fortunately he was in good position, and fortunately that the Oakley's kid wasn't able to control it on his backhand and was able to go wide of the net.
So here we have Scheifele, Flory, Baker, Hargrove, and Jones. Solid squad out there. In the corner, Hargrove doesn't quite control it. Still battling in the corner. Scheifele comes in to help. They go to the face-off dot.
Another one just on the outside.
They did a good job shutting it down, but that puck bounced off of his shoulder, and it was just free there. And the Oak Leafs went in. They just weren't able to capitalize on it. But that was kind of a vulnerable spot we had for a second. Ames holds on, keeps him out of the goal, but that was a chance where the Oak Leafs, were able to take a couple good quality shots there.
I don't know if we got missed. I don't know if we got. Oh my God!
I was missing you guys. I didn't want to go to the game.
Oh, hello, welcome.
We've got a special guest here
Special
in the
guest
house.
in the house.
Huck Hegerston's mother, Leah, stopped by to say hi. Oakleaf send this one in. Stansfield drops back, picks up the puck, brings it up out of the zone. He has some space, gets across the red line. Kind of loses control a little bit when he got to the blue line, but that manages to get it in deep. Linder picks it up. He circles around, sends it back in deep. Pink going into the corner to retrieve that puck as we get Wilson off for Flory. Oak Leafs wrap it around. Oh, a couple of them. Giles holds it in a couple of them, but they were able to slap it out. Flory picks this one off, makes a move, gets it between his leg, looks to feed up to Baker, waiting at the blue line. Oak Leafs fill the lane and don't let it enter the zone. Baker is there waiting for it. Those are those long passes we've talked about in past games where we have a guy waiting weak side, waiting on the blue line for a long pass. We're getting better. We're putting people in the right position. We're recognizing that situation. We're making the passes. But a lot of times we end up where we don't have it takes too much time for the puck to get there, and the other team's able to fill that lane. And that's why filling that weak side makes a big difference. Giles in the corner, works his way in. Had Flory hard charging through the slot, and it just gets caught up under his skates. He's not able to execute. Then they feed into Scheifele. Scheifele sends one over the net, behind the net. Flory's battling for it with couple players. Scheifele comes to help up to the point. Kiefer Scheifele sends it in, tries to deflect off of Tristan, his brother's stick. Oak Leafs back and forth down low. Tristan Scheifele in the corner, picks it up.
Come on, Tristan, come on.
Puts a couple shots on goal. They whistled that one a little early, but
a little early on that. Good sequence by that pair. They had a nice, good time of possession down in our zone.
They kept the pressure deep in the zone. Couple quality shots there.
Yeah, I don't know that we got credit for much on those shots there, but there was a good dump in initially coming into the zone. Oliver was able to tap it down. He had a good attempt. Isaac was coming in, crashing in hard through the slot. Just missed him coming through, but that was another good opportunity there. But we just keep doing that throughout the night. I think we're going to see some points up on the board.
Yep. Like I said, you got to start with the opportunity and the mental aspect where you're making the smart decision.
Yep. Good pass. Oh, just out of reach of Pink.
That's going to be an icing call.
That was a good defensive play by Hargrove. We were down, 2-on-1 rush there. Hargrove was very wisely took the Oakleaf coming into the zone. Well, West was taking on the shooter. So good sequence. West was able to make that save. And then in the breakout, to your point, Wilson was trying to make a stretch pass across and just missed for icing.
Yeah.
Nope,
And I
pick
would
it up,
say
pick it up.
It's something that, in youth hockey, I've seen the Des Moines teams doing that. Especially you get up to like peewees and bantams, and we haven't had the opportunity for us to do that and have that practice. So it's a skill we're building. So as this season goes on, we'll see them getting better at that all the time.
How do we read?
Jones goes around the outside. Look at this. He's 1v5. He's down there. He's holding
Come on,
on to the
pick it,
puck.
coming in, coming through.
Still holding on to it. We
Weaver
get
was
fresh
on his way
players.
down in
Yep.
there too. He just couldn't quite get possession of the puck to make that pass out. But I know he saw him coming. I could just look at him.
So Giles battling down there. Knocks it out. Weaver goes in the slot. They had a man waiting in the slot, and Weaver comes. Oh, just skated out of his own.
Skated out of our own way on that one.
Yeah, he was coming in the zone. If you couldn't see, sometimes it's hard to see the puck, but right as he was entering the zone, he lost it on his stick, and there's enough snow on that ice that it just held it up. We have any fresh check-ins?
I don't know. It looks like mine is frozen, so I'm going to pop out and pop back in.
Goes Kiefer Scheifele, feeding up to Weaver. Tips up to Hans. Oakley's come out with it deep in their zone, forced them to reverse. They spin around, they come out to their right side. Reversing ice, feeding up to Cecil. He works his way in the slot. He skates past a couple players.
Yep, puts it right around. Giles was attempting to push him out, but just didn't get a hard enough push out, and he was able to make that shot on goal. I can't tell. Maybe we can see. I don't know if it was 5-hole or not here, but
it looked 5-hole. If it wasn't, it was a low shot, so it was right in there. So watch them as they exit the zone. They get a guy charging to the blue line. They feed it to him. He enters the zone, makes that move. Now, smart move. So Giles, defensively, you want to keep that shooter wide, that house that's in there. He's trying to push him out, but he's able to push that shot. And I don't think we can quite see it in it, but I'm pretty sure that just kind of snuck in 5.
Yeah, but the hard part with that push is that he pushed him out on his forehand, right? So it gave him that space on the outside of that shot, though. Yeah. So it wasn't a hard or far enough push, especially if they're on their forehand, to be able to do that.
Jones behind the net looking to feed that out. Hargrove spins around, pulls it out. It's under his skate. Oakley's pushed it up to the point. They send one low. Ames' legs in the way. Don't let it go. Wilson pushes over to Jones. Jones feeds to Hargrove. Hargrove bounces out of the zone. They wave icing off.
Well, we want to make sure here is that, yes, that they got a goal on us, but we can't let that affect us at all. I mean, it's one goal for a very long game. We're about to be, the period's about to be over. So, it was an unfortunate goal there with the last, 2 minutes left in the game. Was that in the period?
58 seconds. They snuck that one in. And it was a good goal. We hate to see those come in that first or last minute of the period. Just that sense of you need to maintain that intensity throughout the entire period.
Yeah. I mean, overall, the first period, I wasn't disappointed, right? I mean, we saw a lot of consistency, a lot of good time possession down in our zone. Even though it only shows four shots on goal, they also only had 8 shots on goal. So You're seeing a very competitive game out there right now. Two very good teams that enjoy competing against one another. So I don't walk away from that first period disappointed. We want to see them come back in here. We'd like to see them get more shots on goal. You're not going to score a lot if you don't shoot the puck.
Yep.
So like to see that going into the second period. So with that said, we'll see you all in about 15.
There we go.
Heading into the second period, we'll see what Coach Rick had to say to them, see if they can come out again. We need we had a fairly good, solid first period. Nothing really to complain about. Yeah, we're down by one. Last, minute, 15 seconds or something like that. That goal was able to sneak in. But
58
overall,
seconds is what I saw on the clock.
overall, good first period. So what we got to do is see them play a good, solid second period here. We definitely don't want to be going in towards the end of the game, obviously having to fight our way back the way we have the last couple of games. So
most importantly, the thing that you called out, like they had a bad period last weekend, but before that, like we've really struggled in the second period
it's
coming
been
out
tough.
of the locker room.
Yeah.
So if there's anything, if we can play, at least stay even keeled coming into this second period, not let our foot off the pedal, I think we'll be there. The Oak Leafs are a solid team. We're seeing them really playing some solid hockey. The stats are the stats, so we won't get too hung up on, did we get enough shots on goal called out?
No, but we would like to see that number jump up to 14, if not up to 20, though. So good opportunity here and keep the shots on the Oak Leafs down as much as possible. So here we go. First line out, Linder, Pink, and Wilson, along with Hargrove and Jones.
So kind of like what there's an old baseball thing where you're going to miss all the pitches you don't swing at. And if we're not putting shots on goal, we're not going to, we're always lagging, I think, in shots on goal. But it's one that, we, like you said, that number needs to be significantly higher in this period.
I would say, though, that I don't think it was from a lack of I don't think they just had the opportunity to put much shots on the go last period. I mean, even though we had good puck management in our zone, I just don't think we had a big opportunity for a lot of shots. So we'll see if we can. We'll see if they can adjust that this period. There.
Oh, tripped up.
Yep.
Hands up.
All right. So we're going to come out with our first power play here and give a big shout out to our big power play sponsor, Iridium CrossFit, who's been there for us since the beginning. Iridium is very important to our off-ice strength and conditioning, and they've been with us all along. So big shout out to Ames Iridium CrossFit.
Huge difference. That probably goes back, Iridium really came into play probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, Coach Dave Elliston was a big Iridium guy, and I think that's when he kind of brought them into the picture with us. So
Flory looking to go D to D to Hargrove and just misfired a little bit. He carries in now 3v2, works his way down low, spins around, feeds in.
Oh, right there. Oh, you had it.
Baker's on the far side and just caught him at a bad side of the stick. Yep. Hargrove holds it in, moves down, sends it in low, deflected off of Stansfield. Stansfield unable to put it in there.
What
now breakaway.
The absolute.
Clemenson working his way in.
What an absolute breakdown by that bunch.
Yeah.
To not see their number one player out there just sitting by himself out there in the neutral zone was a complete breakdown by that group. Too easy for him. He's going to score that 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times.
Watch how this sets up. So you watch as this goes. He gets in the far end. They just feed that puck up there. He gets in the breakaway. He just looks way too comfortable with that puck as he goes in. West sees the pressure coming, makes his move, but he goes in. Makes his move. Wes has to bite on it, and he puts it in over his pads. So a shorty we gave up there.
Well, here we are.
We can't do. Down 2v0.
Shorty is unacceptable in this situation.
Yeah. So Pink comes in.
Oh, just
Giles
right.
in the far side. Good move to pass over there. Little behind Giles' stick. That one trickles up. Pink is there, but he doesn't really get a hard shot on goal. Jones back down to Giles. Giles walks in, goes across in the slot. This is Linder. Linder answers, gets us on the board from the slot. Let's watch this in the replay. Good movement. Jones goes down, finds Giles in the corner. Giles just buys time, walks his way in. Let's watch this. It goes up to Jones up high, feeds it back down. Giles is there. Linder's in that slot right across there, kind of on the hash mark in the slot. And Giles kind of walks in, looks for his space, sees Linder waiting for it, passes across there, and he puts one on target and puts us on the scoreboard. So good job answering that one. Even though we gave up the shorty, it's something that was nice that we got on there. Now, notice also, I thought we had some more shots on goal. That was one shot on goal for that power play.
Well, there
worked,
but the other
but
shot
we
was Oakley's putting in the back of our net on a shorty. So
Yeah.
so we'll take that again. We 1 for 1 there. We answered that goal back. So we'll see what we can do from there. We're starting off kind of back where we were, even in a sense. Still one goal down, but we are not 2 goals down. So that's a good start, and good job by them moving that puck through that power play.
Yeah, it's good they got that control. That at least, we've struggled sometimes getting that first goal. And it just seems like if you can't open that net up, it just seems like as you get deeper in the game that it's harder and harder to open or to get that past the goalie.
Well, the one thing to put on that, though, is even after they got scored on that shorty, you didn't see them panic. You didn't see them press. They still stayed within their game, right?
Yep.
And they were able to move the puck along like you talked about through that power play and put it right where it needed to be.
Creer's holding that. Oh, Garnis had it. He went to pass it over, and Creer just disrupted that. Here come the Oak Leafs back with the pressure into our zone. Creer walks across. Oh no! Knocked down by Carl, and just the weird deflection. It knocked down, and then the spin on that puck. It just rolled into the goal. So
yeah, I mean, that's one of those moments of an unfortunate bounce inside of that. But again, are we being strong enough in front just to keep that possession and keep it off of our goalies? So I mean, we're just letting that opportunity for that type of play to happen in the first place. So,
so watch as it goes up high. Creer gets that. He starts to walk across. He puts the hard shot on goal. West knocked it down, and just that weird bounce, and it goes in. So.
Hand pass.
Hand pass in the zone. Will come out of the zone for a face-off.
Who'd they credit that shorty to? Was that Clemens that got that shorty? That was Clemens, okay. That's what I thought. All right, so here we are, 5-on-5. Face off of the neutral zone. Shifley, Flory, and Baker out there with Shifley and Giles.
So Lorbecky tries to walk in there. Ames just closed in on that.
Again, again, that's that kind of lazy play that we can't have right now. I mean, there just was nobody there for Baker to just pass that to, right? I mean, he just kind of flubbed it up there, and it just was a turnover. So that's just the kind of play we cannot have against a team like the Oak Leafs. Sioux City's going to kill us on that. Omaha's going to kill us on that. Most of the teams in this league, that you just cannot have that kind of lazy play.
Yeah. So one thing I like is they're coming off the ice. Shifley and Baker look like they're kind of talking through how something went. So I love kind of that post-play, quick little debrief, say, this went well, we need to do this different. Nobody's yelling at anybody. It's just talking about the game, working on correcting things.
Come on,
Wilson
Zach.
comes in the zone, in the slot.
Oh, just right on him.
Yeah, that was right in the breadbasket. That's not going to – That's kind of easy for them to kind of hold on to and not give anything up. A little lower, a little harder. If he's squared up on you, don't make it easy for him to catch.
I think Coach Baker at one time when we were coaching Bantams and stuff like that, he's like, shoot for the head. When you have an opportunity like that, shoot the puck for their head. I know that doesn't sound great, but like I said, if you're going to shoot it right in their breadbasket, you can't.
That's too easy for him to get a hold of.
Shoot for their ears.
And for the same reason I say to shoot low on the pass.
Oh, just on the outside.
Yeah. I've watched Linder in practice. Oh, there goes another one. I've watched Linder in practice just sit out there in those points and just wind up on those. So I know he can shoot it hard and get rid of it fast and put it into the itty-bitty corners of that goal when he gets a chance. But at speed, when they're all running at game speed, that gets a little harder to do. That puck trickled up in front of the goal.
What we want to see here, though, I mean,
there's one.
Yep, seen ya.
Yep.
Bye.
So it was all done.
Bye-bye.
Zach just stood there, held his ground, didn't put his hands up or anything, and Clemenson reaches up and puts his hand on his face mask and pushes it back. So we're going to go on a power play. Compliments is Clemenson. We're going to go all the way back into their zone. So they were celebrating like they had a goal. Wes had it covered. And Zach just stood in there and protected his goal. He didn't swing at anybody, didn't push anybody, just put his body in between there. Clemenson reached up and put his hands and shoved his helmet back.
So quick shout out to Brian. I believe that Parker's dad's in there. He's in Ames right now. He's got another youth player out there. So on this power play is our forward line.
Oh, nice move.
Hargrove
Baker
out there is your primary D. Then you got Flory back there on the blue line as well, running the cycle, along with Shifley, Baker, and then we also have Stansfield out there from a big body out in front. So
that was a little rushed. Flory had Baker waiting for it.
here we go
but
again, just leaving it wide open in the back.
Yeah, Kucher was waiting for it. They closed this one down, but another dangerous opportunity that we shouldn't have had a guy sitting there wide open on our power play.
Nope, didn't
Hargrove
stop it.
didn't quite hold it in. Forces Ames to check up.
Just get it in.
Shifley gets around the corner, tangled up with the
Get the ref
linesman
in
down
there.
there. Becky goes cross ice. We've got 1 minute left to go in this power play. Pink and Giles
Oh,
check
come on,
in.
come on.
Puck breaks loose. Oh,
God, he had
tangled
it.
up in front of the net, and the goalie's able just to swing it out of the zone before Ames could get a hold of it. Pink works his way in. He's got Shifley in the slot. Puts it down. The puck
Where
is
did
loose.
you go? God,
Yeah.
why did he go to the outside? He was right there at the front of the net.
That was the garbage stuff. Like that's his magic spot. Like stay there, let him work with the puck, and give yourself a chance in front of the net. Wilson, far side, Pink pulls back, reverses, trying to find Giles, but Oakley's pushed that one down to the far end.
We got 2 on you right now. Come on.
Jones gets tripped up.
Jiminy Christmas.
Caden Anderson.
Jiminy Christmas.
Just
Nope, it
about.
didn't go.
No.
It didn't go, Mr. Anderson. Oh,
We're not
gracious.
making smart moves. We're
Oh,
like,
look at
Oakley's
this. Here
come
we
back
go.
full strength. They come off the net, and they
Clemens
get
just
shut
once
down.
again, thank goodness for Wes.
He came out of the box. The thing that we talked about, I think it was this one. Oh, Pink spins around, can't quite get the backhander, tries to send another one. That would have been a good one to go to the point and find Jones. Gladson tries to come in. Giles keeps him from getting into the zone. Linder behind the net. Now they're kind of
Now we're pressing a little bit here. We need to just,
relaxed.
you know, where the
get
power play's
control.
over. Now we need to go 5-on-5 hockey here. I mean,
Yeah.
we just need to relax and play our hockey. Shout out to Mike Wilson out there, Zach's dad, his grandpa for, oh Lord have mercy. How many fast breaks you think what's our over/under for fast breaks we're going to give them tonight? I would not
this
have
point,
put it
they're
at
gonna be double
4.
digits.
I would not have put it at 4 up to this point, but just craziness the way
Fast breaks,
the way
and
they're.
it's happened twice on power plays.
Yep. And Norma Van Devender is out there watching as well. So welcome one and all. I think we have about 30 right now on the 30 showing right now on the live stream, and we like to double that number because we always think they're watching with more than just by themselves. So we'll go with 60
Mike already
at the
said
moment.
he's got 4 with them, so maybe our estimate's too low.
Attaboy, Baker.
Oh, Baker breaks that one
That's
away
what
from
we
the
got to
Oakleys.
see. So we
Shifley
have
down
Hargrove
low.
and Van Deventer out there, along with Baker, Shifley, and Flory. Hargrove lost that at the blue line.
Uncharacteristic.
Wow. Okay. So I don't know what's. We need to stay
Hargrove
there,
loses the
Charles.
edge
Stay
down
there,
there.
Charles. Man, look at this. Can you believe that? They had 2 coming in on that rush, and if Charles wasn't back there because he went into the boards,
Yeah.
that'd have been a 2-on-0 rush.
Charles was holding the back of his leg. I don't know if he twisted something up. Looked like he might have been a little tender there.
So defensively, we have Giles and Shifley out there. Offensively, we have Linder, Pink, and Wilson. I don't know. Rick's not really staying. He's not really staying with our normal line pairing. So I don't think it's. I mean, there hadn't been enough going on to where there would be. So there's got to be some intentionality behind that. So we'll see.
Yeah, Rick seems to be.
Come on, boys.
Oh,
Come on,
Linder
Giles. Come on.
Looks like he caught that one on a skate, maybe. He's limping a little bit.
He's coming off.
Yeah.
Mama Linder was like, no, no.
Yeah.
On his way in, he had his eyes set.
Yeah. You could see his face when he came in. I think he caught that right in his,
Yep.
right in his boot.
No. Put your hands down. It's not a penalty. So Shifley can't try to come through the neutral zone, but Oakley's player was able to separate him from the puck. It was a good play.
There we go. Shifley comes in looking for Baker. Baker just snuck in front of him. Shifley made a little bit of a move at the line, and Baker just jumped ahead of him a tiny bit, just barely caught offside there.
So my hope for at least doubling or at least going up to 10 shots on goal for this period is not working at the moment. We've had 4 additional shots, so we're up to 8 at this moment with 7:52 left in this period. So a lot could happen in this next 6 or so minutes, 7 or so minutes left in this period. So, but
this is not the Ames hockey we've seen.
well, it's not their worst second period, that's for sure. I mean, obviously we gave up those 2 goals. We were able to get 1 back, but for right now we are struggling a little bit on that. Just need it again. They don't need to be pressing anything. I don't want to say there's plenty of time left, but there's still some good time left. We're going to be offsides by the Oak Leafs here. We're going to have a shift change come in. I'm not sure what the lineup's going to be here, so we're going to leave.
Pink Hansen.
We're going to leave Hargrove and Jones out there from a defensive perspective, and we are going to put Linder, Wilson, and Pink out there as well. Oh my gosh!
Oh boy.
You better protect that puck there.
Got West just a little bit unawares. He's able to get that pad down and protect the corner of that net, but I don't think he was expecting that.
Well, again, I don't want to say home puck advantage there, but if the Oak Leafs play here enough, they do kind of know how their boards bounce. So
yeah,
he shot that puck from the red line for a reason. So come on,
Pink
Wyatt.
Chips one out. Cooker sends it back up. Gladson passes to Lord Becky. Lord Becky with a hard slapper.
Here comes another one.
Gets knocked down. West
Another
struggling
one.
to control. 3 good saves by Carl in goal, keeping them in this game. Those were like 3 quality shots. Lord Becky's slapper to start that thing off. That gave up that rebound. They had 2 more off of that rebound that
Fresh.
any of those could have gone in.
Yep. Well, Oak Leafs are definitely putting their shots on the goal. They're up to 20 so far. So I mean, they are
12
out
for
shooting
them.
us.
Out shooting us 3-1.
Just take your time, Kiefer. Just look up. Pass out.
Shifley to Shifley. There looked like a shoulder to the temple.
There we go.
Flory picks it up. He comes in 2v1. Oak Leafs retreat. He pulls back. Feeds to Baker. Baker makes a move.
Beauty.
And he goes in the corner.
Beauty,
oh, my
beauty.
gosh. Did you see that move?
Move. What a
Went in the
move.
corner, pulled it back. Baker just patiently waited in the low slot. Passed it in there. Passed to himself back
Flory-
between his legs.
Flory
and
made
puts
the
it in
initial
net.
pass up to him. Baker just tapped, like you said, then another pass through his own legs, and then back of the net.
Oh, let's watch this again. This will be fun. So Flory buys time, moves in there, comes in 2v1. Oak Leafs do a good job in the back check. He spins around,
Beauty.
pulls back to the corner. Baker's in there waiting in that low slot, passes it in, and Baker makes a sweet move and puts it in the back stick hand side of the goalie on the ground. Nice move.
And that's what we got to see at this point, right? You got to see the answers for what they bring to us. We've got to see that answer in them back. So far in this period, we've done that.
Boy.
My.
Good job, Carl. Again.
So for every goal they're scoring right now, in the second period at least, we are answering. The lead obviously still maintains from when they started us off in the first period. Here we go.
So
2-on-1
2v1 again. Shifley's on the first
Yeah,
side.
oh! He was going for an outside pad
Yeah.
shot, which had the opportunity, obviously, to go in, but also opportunity for the deflection there. So we'll see.
Those are the ones where a little tic-tac-toe in front of the net. Be nice to see that. Good zone entry. Linder on the far side. Pink following up in the slot. Pink moves in. He had Giles on the far
Send
side.
it, send it, send it.
Yeah, too much time. Gets deflected, goes out. We're going to face off in the Oak Leaf zone.
You know, Giles he's got a good mindset on there. He realizes being able to go to the outside, get behind the net,
Yep.
and make that pass up to the center thing. So as long as his teammates are real and trailing that, that's going to be a good opportunity when that type of rush takes place.
Here's what I feel like. There's two things with that. One, yes, he does that, but he doesn't just blindly pass it up. He's looking for that opening in the net. And when he sees it's not there, he's looking for the man who's in the slot that he can make that pass. And I really feel like he's playing heads up.
Thank goodness.
My gosh.
Where
Clemenson,
you don't see that very often. He had
not
a
for
wide open
Clemenson.
net. So Pink making his way in, loses control of the puck, and here we go
there's-
again.
Yep. So there's Clemenson again. Carl. If we leave him wide open back there, yeah.
I've never
That's not fair.
seen anything. I've never seen us do that before. I mean, that is incredible that that's at least the third time, if not the fourth time that has happened.
Yeah, look at him wide open, far side. And this is the thing I talked about. The teams pick us apart with that move right there. They park a guy weak side on the blue line. They make that pass. They get it to him. We have nobody over there. He's on a breakaway. He didn't even have to skate hard into the zone.
Nope.
He just went in there, made a move at the net, smooth as butter, and put that on there. And
All right.
we're not going to win games if we don't keep our head up.
Not doing that, that's for sure.
Carson Clemenson, assisted by number 36.
So 4 minutes left to go here. Way too much time that they're spending in our zone. Way too much time
job,
with the puck
Kiefer.
control.
Called it off. They called it
Tyson
off.
Waved off, yep. In deep, Shifley goes, picks us off. Flory's on the far side.
Whoa.
That was one. Flory was waiting for it. Pressure comes down. That would have been a good one to kind of hold on a little
Come
bit
on,
of
Isaac.
control and
Come on,
patience.
go
Here
with him,
comes
boys.
another 2v1
Go with him.
breakaway. Flory moves in right side. He's got Flory on the far side. Oh, nice move. Flory
Yep.
heads up. Finds
Good
Shifley
pass.
on the
Great
far
pass.
side.
Great pass to Trishan coming through.
Yeah. So
No, not a stretch.
So he made the pass. It was good. The support was coming. I thought that was a good quality sequence entering
Oh,
the
absolutely.
zone.
100%. We just got to keep that up and keep doing stuff like that and quit giving them just free access and shots
Yeah.
to our goalie.
Yeah, and we can't. Yeah, we got to, especially the D, have to have their heads up and see what they're doing.
Ah.
That was not that blind spin around move. We've done way too much of that. We get burned by that way too much. Linder goes back and gets that. Looks like he's recovered from that shot to the skate. Oh, there comes Linder with the wheels. Enters the zone. He's got. Oak Leafs are back with their back check. Comes around.
Oh!
Had Giles wait and drop that pass to him, and he wound up on that one, and an Oak Leafs player just stepped right up into that lane. They sent another one in. Pink is in there, tries to deflect into the net. He's unable to get it connected. Linder in the corner, a little slow getting into that puck, but keep the pressure down low. Pink goes into the corner looking for it. Jones walking up, puck's up in the air. Creer and Jones battling for it. Puck bounces out. Friedrich wraps
we're
around
getting
the
to the
boards.
point here. Yeah, we're getting to the point here where we're forcing the Oak Leafs here. So I mean that's good. Good time possession down in there. We didn't get anything out of it, right? I mean, we battled them.
Lots of poke checks and stick checks and keeping it in the zone, but not a lot of control in the zone, which is really what we need here. They chip it up again. Giles enters the zone, lobs that one up. He gets tied up. A couple Oak Leafs
Yeah,
players
he's
collapse
back
on
here.
him.
He's back here.
Oh, feeds into Pink. Pink deflects up, but not a quality spot for him to make a move or make a shot on goal.
Y'all better come in. Elliott's getting wide open back there.
There they go again. So that's the move. Like they do it all the time. Watch that weak side. That's one that Kansas City, I've seen Kansas City pick us apart with that. These guys have done a lot of it.
So we're down to that 1 minute mark here. So we got to keep level head about
So
us.
Mertz unable to hold it. Baker picks it up. He's got Flory on the far side. Baker makes a move off his skate, just loses control as he enters the zone. Flory is moving his way in there, and Baker saw him. He was trying to get a hold of him, but just not enough control to get it across the ice. They knock it down. Shifley sends that one in deep. Oakley's feed up to Clemenson. Clemenson comes in 3v2, 3v. Baker's retreating. Hargrove does a good job pushing him out. I didn't see whose number that was coming into the slot. But Shifley picks it up. He has Baker. Baker moves his way into the slot. Loses control. We got our last 20 seconds here. Jones chips it past. Wilson sends it in deep as we get some other additional players coming in new. Linder, Pink, Wilson, Jones, and Shifley, Kiefer Shifley, are on the ice as we close out the last 10 seconds of this period. Wilson buys some time at the blue line. He's 3v2, feeds across the Linder. He's got 2 seconds. He got to shoot. And that'll end our second period. Boy, that was a mixed bag in that.
That was. It wasn't our worst second period, though, so we got to give them credit. They did play a little bit. They were able to answer back for the 2 goals that were scored. Obviously, unfortunately, that last goal that we allowed to go in just was kind of a killer for us. So,
yeah.
We'll be going into the third period here, 4-2. Grant's dad, Matt's on there, so welcome on there as well. So we're going to take a 15-minute break here while we go into the third intermission. But overall, not a bad second period. I mean, give them a little bit of credit. It's been better than how they've normally played it. We did go toe-to-toe with them on goals until they were able to get that last one in on that again.
Yeah. So good news for us. We went from 4 shots on goal in the first period to 8 shots on goal. For a total of 12, we'd like to see that be a little bit higher.
Yep.
But the Oakleys went from 8 shots on goal, 15 shots to go to 23. So that is telling by what the score is showing us. So we're going to have to straighten that up. And I think Rick's got to find a way to identify that guy waiting on the weak side of the ice, because we let that happen to us twice, and it happened in a shorty. And we're going to get picked apart if we don't pay attention to that.
Well, we gotta do something to get for them, just to have that guy out there cherry picking, and we can say all day long, "What cherry picking?" Well, it's worked quite well for them, so I can't argue against what they're doing. So we gotta be more mindful of that, because they've been able to get behind us at least 4 times, and of that, they've had 2 good scores against us in that situation. So, all right, folks, we'll see you back in about 15. game number 2
rematch.
against the Oak Leafs. Lineup we have out there right now is the Linder Wilson Pink and Hargrove and Jones. So 17 minutes. You go one at a time here, right? I mean, you can't get them 2 right off the bat. So we gotta play our game, be patient, make sure we're not giving those up, which was close. So they pretty much started up right off the bat with 2 good shots on goal. I think that was a post as your goalie friend on that particular shot there. So we gotta tighten that up a little bit. I mean, it's not how we're going to win this game.
Yeah, I think, kind of to your point about taking your time, I think one of the bad habits that we'd run into is we'd get behind, and then some of our better players think they're going to take the game over. You know, when we play good hockey, we're making good passes, we're playing heads
Right
up.
there.
Oh, nice
he
move,
just
Wilson.
had it.
Wilson had that side of the net dead to rights and just gets shut down. I thought that hit
it
his
was a
pad.
shot. Yeah.
Little question
He
if
had
that was a
he
shot
had
on
the open
goal.
side of the net, but he just put it a little bit too much inward and went off the goalie's pads. So we'll take that early shot on goal by us. I mean, it's a good opportunity here. Good deflection
job.
there by Linder on the outside. So, he almost had it out. I don't know where it is.
Puck's loose. Oh, that's off again. That's
So
not
it just got
common.
on the outside. It got on the glove side of West. Just got on the outside. Clemens was sitting out there. West was able to make the save again.
Yeah, so he made the save, and that's. I always question the pegs or whatever. Like West isn't one that just kicks the net
No,
off.
definitely not. So we have the Shifley, Flory, Baker line out here, along with Giles and Shifley. Yep, right there, pretty easy.
So Caden Anderson
Yep.
worked his way deep, passed that one up to.
Too
Who's
easy.
that leading the line up there? Is Anderson Schiesel. So just kind of smart heads-up play. Moved down there, had it open, just fed the puck up in front of the net, and they were able to capitalize on it. So there he goes down low. Scheisel's right there in the slot.
Again, another defensive breakdown there in front of our net, and just left too much of an opportunity. I mean, this team is too good to give them these kind of opportunities.
There's a good pink to Wilson and right back to Pink. There's one rebound off of West, but we come away with it. Hargrove works in the zone, floats one in front, shot on goal. Hoping for a deflection. Pink was coming on that far side, but he kind of knocked it straight down, so we weren't able to do anything with it. Up to
Back
Wilson
out,
on the
back
point,
out.
over
Yep,
to Pink.
yep.
Pink goes wide right. Jones picks it up, tries to work his way in the zone, and Friedrich takes it off of his stick. Jones picks it up again. He works his way in left side, puts it down low. That was kind of an awkward bounce. That one had an opportunity. Lorbecki now comes in left side. Hans does a good job of pushing him out. Stansfield comes up right side. Puck deflects in. Jones is in position, gets it out of the zone behind Keller. Keller wasn't quite looking for that. Well, puck comes out of the zone. We keep possession. There's one of those weak zone entries. We're just stuck on the blue line. We can't get in.
I mean, we had 3 of us right there, couldn't get in. Jones has been stuck out there for a good bit of this period. Van Devener's on the waiting to get him exchanged out, but there's really nothing he can do about it at this moment.
Oh,
my
boy.
God. Oh, my
That-
God. Come on. Jeez. Well,
I don't know how they might score that one. Crash about put that one in the net on us. Wes is able to cover, and that gives us a chance for fresh bodies to come on the ice. We get a Shifley, Baker, and Flory, and Giles. He's like the fifth Beatle. Baker comes in left side. Deflected off. Shifley with the blind pass into the zone, and the Oak Leafs just pick it up, and here they come back at us. We do a good job in the back check, but Flory's.
Flory's turn.
Yeah.
Flory's turn for a broken stick.
Yep. The Stream team's had an expensive stick year so far. Here we come into the zone.
Wow.
Christmas is coming up. I think he knows what to ask for. Oh, Wilson, we're doing these blind drop things. Pink wasn't ready for it. Oak Leafs just pick it up, and they come hard charging right back
Coming
to
in,
us.
coming in the middle, coming in the middle. Wake up.
Clemenson goes wide right, comes out of the zone.
You know, Caden Anderson, that for the Oak Leafs, he's just good at deflecting the puck. He's been able to do that. Like I said, when he played for us, that was just one of his skills. Him just being down there in front of the crease, and it's just good hand-eye coordination. So.
Well, there's Anderson in the breakaway. Good job by Hargrove retreating. Uses that stick, just reaches around, doesn't let him enter the zone, doesn't let him get in position, keeps him out of the house. They pass it up. Garnis is there waiting for it. So going to be a slash on Garnis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So came over the top of his stick, and that seemed pretty weak. I mean, they were battling for it, and he just kind of went around and came over the top of his stick.
So we're going to be on a penalty kill here. We're going to start off with Stansfield and Van Deventer, Hance and Keller out there on our penalty kill line.
Yeah, watch the zone entry. He goes in, battling for it. Like he dropped the stick before he looked like he even touched him. So that slashing call, it doesn't, like if you come over the top of the stick, whether it's a stick or a wrist or a hand or an arm.
Yeah, you're going to get that every time.
It's a slash.
Even if it looks weak, you're going to get that call most every time against you. So we need to be playing fairly aggressive here. We can't let them just get an easy shot on us. So
Yeah, see if we can.
just keep it on the outside. It's fine.
Yeah. Like if we
There
force
we
them
go.
to just keep passing around the outside, and
Yep.
we can disrupt that. Burn the clock.
Just get that 2 minutes out.
Try to go behind and try to flip that up there. Hance chips it up. Greer picks it up and holds it in the zone. Up top to Cooker. Cooker feeds back down to Greer. Greer just nothing fancy. Just I think 5-hold less on that one. See if we get this on the replay. But watch that goes up to Cooker and Greer kind of swap spots, and he goes up there. Greer passes it up. He goes down. He just goes in and just kind of floats it in there.
Yeah.
Nothing hard. I think it was so smooth. Like I don't think West even realized that he had released the puck at that point. So Flory chips that one forward, and that's going to be an icing call. Come back to Ames zone.
Well, this is definitely not a reflection of our last game against them.
Off the face-off. Oh, there's another one. Wes has been giving up a lot off his pads. He's been doing a pretty good job most of the season so far, but tonight really, like a lot's bouncing off him and giving Oakleaf second opportunities. Flory picks this one and comes in. Quick release.
I like his shot, though, like just right on the I mean, yes, it was glove side, but it wasn't right in the middle of his pads. I mean, there wasn't anybody coming in there with him, so there wasn't much chance of a rebound. So,
Yeah.
you know, just give it. I mean, he's got a hard wrister anyway, so, I mean, let's just give it a shot. And so I can appreciate that shot he just gave up.
Because at least it was on goal.
Yeah. And not right in the middle of his, not right of his pads.
They didn't put a shot on goal for us. They might have put one on goal for them.
Well, they may have thought that it was going outside, even though he gloved it.
I don't know. From my angle here, that looked like it was pretty square on
Yep,
goal.
but
Jones at the point, chips it back down. Jones gloves it.
what's this going? What's this? Which one's doing it?
Holding
It's a hold against who?
on who? Jones chipped it in and they whistled it. I don't know if that was because of the offside move.
No, they'd already called. I think he'd already called the penalty there. So it looks like we're going to be going on a Iridium CrossFit power play here. Again, big shout out to our key sponsor, Ames Iridium CrossFit. Thank you guys guys and gals for all you do for our players, both on the ice and off the ice. So big shout out to Iridium CrossFit. So we have Giles and Jones and Linder, Pink, and Wilson in there.
Ames wins the face-off. Jones walks across.
Giles missed it.
on the far
Yep.
side.
Just missed it.
11, Gavin Elliott, 2 minutes for holding.
Pink works his way inside. A little bit of snow down there holding that puck up. Oakleaf's able to get their stick on it enough to get it out of the zone. You know, I'm surprised how much snow is on this ice for
This early.
this early in the
Yep.
period.
Giles attempting to pass it out, but just couldn't quite hit the target.
Oh, looking for Wilson. Giles comes in with his skates and keeps it in at the blue line. Wilson comes away with it. He has Pink, feeds Pink. Pink makes a move,
Yep.
and it's in the net. Great move, great way. They started down here. Giles holds it in the zone. Wilson comes away with it, comes around to the left side, sees Pink waiting in there, gives him the pass. Pink does a little razzle-dazzle with that puck and puts it top shelf in the net. Let's watch this again in the replay. So watch here at the blue line. Up here, Giles steps up and keeps it with his skates and pushes it in. Wilson picks it up, comes around, sees Pink on the inside, passes it into him. Pink comes up with the net and just patient, makes the move. This is like what Clemenson was doing. Worked his way across and just pulled it back and put it top shelf on the net. Nice move, nice teamwork. You know, like to see that set up like that. So good move by Ames.
Scoring for the Cyclones, number 48, Wyatt Pink, assisted by number 15, Zach Wilson.
So Creer knocked that one down. The pass across ice, that was Lord Becky was waiting, pushes it deep in the zone. Ames gets it. There's more of that snow.
So we have our Hans Weaver,
Oh, there's a high stick on
Hans Weaver Keller line, along with Stansfield and Van Deventer.
So there's a high stick on Weaver. Hans knew not to touch it, but the Oak Leafs weren't going for it, so they whistled that dead. We're going to face off in our zone.
So now we have Shifley, Baker, Flory, along with Shifley and Giles out there. Face off in our defensive zone. Got to find it. Get it out. There we go.
There we go. Baker picks it up, feeds up to Shifley.
There we go.
Finds
Come on,
Flory
come
the
on,
far
Isaac.
side,
Come on,
works
Isaac.
his way in there. Reverses head. Baker on the far side, just kind of looking for some action there. Up top to Giles. Giles pulls back, works his way in there.
It's going to be icing.
That's going to go on goal.
No ice.
Just caught the post. West was there waiting for it.
Not our friend.
Live by the post, die by the post. Shifley works his way in deep, works his way around. Oh, is looking for Baker right behind the net. Giles at the point, sends it down. Baker can't hold on to it. goes into the corner, pulls it back, spins around, works his way up across the goal line. He's looking to feed out to Flory, and it just gets past him. Oak Leafs push it out. Anderson in pursuit. Flory passes up to Kiefer Scheifele, passes to Baker. Baker kind of had his head turned for a second, so missed the puck coming his way. Cecil tries to take it in the zone. Tristan Scheifele goes, pulls it off into the corner. Couple spin moves, pulls it back, comes around the net, drops to Giles. Giles reverses, comes around left side, passes up to Baker. Baker clearing pass, sneaks by, gets to Flory. Giles carries in right side, comes into the slot, far side, goes to Tristan Scheifele. He's unable to get it in the goal. Nice move there. Lord Becky for the Oak Leafs comes in. There's going to be...
That was a bit outside or a bit high, I think.
Goes out of play. He's called that off of Ames. So we're going to stay in the zone here. Hargroves looked like he caught something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he's like that.
I need for him to be able to make it. I mean, here we go. Here we go.
There's Wilson, a breakaway, goes wide to Pink. Pink enters the zone, looks for Wilson far side. That sauce toss pass, unable to connect, still buying time. Wilson steps up, goes wide right of the net. Goes up to the point. Hargrove sends it back in deep. Oak Leafs trying to hold on to it. Greer reverses. He looks to feed up. Clemenson now comes out of the zone with it. Here they come, 3v2. Ames retreats. They got all their D-men back there. They push it wide. They put another one off of Carl. He loses his skates, but it gets back up. Ames pushes it out of the zone. We get fresh legs coming off. Wilson, Linder, and Hargrove come off. In comes Garnis, Stansfield, and Hance. Greer for the Oak Leafs holding on to this. Garnis was at the blue line, just unable to grab it with his glove as they enter. Oak Leafs work to enter the zone. And Ames unable to hold on. Stansfield along the boards, trying to get to it.
5.5 left here.
Van Dievender in the corner, trying to get to it. Oh, they're looking across the boards. Oh, and that puck is just loose. That was just, we call those kind of a 10-second breakdown, They were in there. They all just kind of got sucked in over here. The puck broke loose. Nothing fancy. They just let their foot off the gas, and all of a sudden they're open on the backside of the net.
Just not a lot of effort. Coming across the center, not even looking.
So they just release that man that comes.
Just is
like
not even paying attention out there.
The right
so,
side.
yep.
Just lets him walk in with nobody on his body. Yep. So Oak Leafs answer that goal. Only 2 shots on goal so far this period. Scheifele on the face-off. Can't quite hold on to it. Goes in the zone. Oak Leafs wrap around.
For your Des Moines Oak Leafs, number 33, Chuck
Good move by
Becky. Assisted by number 20, Brolin Cooker. And number 21, Carson Clemenson.
So back and forth by Oak Leafs, comes up to the point. They get it deep, wraps around Baker, comes out with it. He's getting support from Tristan Scheifele. That snow is really wreaking havoc on him. Over to Giles. Giles puts one low. It's the kind of shot I like to see from the point. Not too high, nice and low. The goalie's able to hold on to it, but
Yeah, Flory was there with the opportunity for the rebound going through. So again, good low shot, opportunity for the rebound. Goalie was able to take it in. So Linder, Wilson, and Pink out with Jones and Hargrove. Basically about a little more than 4 minutes left in the period, left in the game.
Wilson drops to Pink. Pink.
He had a good opportunity,
kinda
shot,
lost that
just
one in there.
deflection from the Oak
Yeah.
Leafs. It's interesting. The Oakleys has changed their game just a little bit. They really hadn't been putting people out on the.
We got a whistle in the corner, cross check on Wilson's making the.
Nope. So we're going on a power play.
We're going on power play. Kinney goes in the box.
So we're going on a power play. We got the Baker, Stansfield, Hargrove, Shifley, and Flory line out there. We'll see what they can get done. You know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a round of golf. You know, you hope that at least 17 and 18th hole you can have a good.
Yeah.
The rest of it ain't been good. You'd like to see something out here. So I'd like to see us come out of here, 3.5, 3:50 left in the game. I'd like to see us come out of here with a little positive momentum. We got to do this again tomorrow night. So not all's lost.
So Flory enters. Oh. That's Shifley on the far side, but Lorbecky steps up, cuts the puck off. He sends it far side. Cooker goes around the outside, just puts it in deep. Stansfield deflects into the zone. He goes down in the corner. Tries to push it back. Oakley's wrap it around. Here comes Clemenson. Picks it up at speed. Good job by Hargrove. Just steps up to the body, puts his stick on the puck. Like that. That was a classic D move, you know, that we talked about coaching. Like, he didn't oversell anything. He put his body up there, and when he got close,
Right there. Oh.
he reached that stick out. That goes out of play. Reached his stick out and just took the puck off him with a quick poke check, but kept his body in play. Like, what happens too much is they end up, they stop skating and they bend over and they reach with it. And once that happens,
They're
completely
toast.
out of the play.
Yeah. Well, good opportunity there. We got the puck down low. Baker was able to throw it back to Flory. Flory made a good shot on goal. The goalie was able to pull it in, though. So we just got to get possession here with 1 minute left in the power play here. So we just got to get some good possession.
Oh, Wilson goes just left of the net. Giles picks it up, walks in, looks across. Wilson is there and just
He had
can't.
he had it.
The
It was good,
one-timer
good
teed
sight.
up. Giles looks
Yep,
and puts
back
it
of
in
the
the
net.
net. Giles with the point. Who was that that passed it to him down in the corner? Was that
I
Linder?
think, was that Linder or Pink, one or the other. So, yeah.
Yeah. So Giles out there in the hash mark. Let's see if we can see the number. He's just waiting for it, and he got it on his stick, and he didn't rush it. He looks.
Here's what I want to tell you, though. I'm disappointed they didn't finish their celebration and go through the line doing their normal after a score line. So I don't care if you're down 7-4. I don't care what you are. You celebrate as a team, and you finish it out. You look defeated. You just scored another goal, and you still look defeated out there. Yes, you're losing.
Yeah.
I get it, but you got to keep that. You got to keep that opportunity and that energy up. Because you never know, right? I mean, a lot can happen in 2.5 minutes. Now that's crazy to think, but you're going to get 3 goals. Probably not. But if you have an attitude where you just stop and you feed it, then is so. I get it. I understand why this has been a frustrating night for them, but you had a good opportunity. You had a good showing there. You need to go ahead and celebrate that all the way out. That was
another dangerous one.
another
Just went off
dangerous
his
one.
pads funny.
Just they got to be out on him. They cannot give him that kind of time out there on the point, just freely shooting the puck.
Oh, no. Just under the puck of Stansfield. He skates back, reverses to Hance. Hance buys a little time. Back to the other corner, back and forth. Oakley's doing a little too much behind our own goal. We need to disrupt that. They're just buying time now. Minute 30 left to go in this game. Keller feeds Garnis. Just gets past Garnis. He's unable to hold on to it. Giles.
Go,
knocks this
go,
one down,
go!
picks up fit, line change. He's got Shifley coming in with him. Puts it in the breadbasket. That might have been a nice one for him to go and just turn around and drop that for Shifley to take a better.
I'd also like seeing that shot go over the goalie's shoulder than I would, because the goalie he'd already gone down.
Yep.
So
That's something that's hard for players this age to pick up, because it's a natural inclination for goalies, especially at these levels, that as soon as they get close, they drop into the butterfly, and they got those pads down. And as soon as they do that, they've sold a lot. Now they're fit and they can do a lot. Oh boy.
he's given up. He has given up a lot of rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he is. Hopefully we can square that away
Now,
for tomorrow.
He's got 31 shots to get him, so we haven't done our job in reducing the amount of shots on him, though. So, you know, I don't know what that was about right there, but you got to pass the puck up. You can't skate into two people. All right, well.
Going to our last 30
All right,
seconds
folks.
Here.
18 seconds, see if we can get something here.
Yep.
Pass it out.
Goes in with Biker and
Cross.
support.
Yeah.
Last 10 seconds. Stuck up the blue line. Baker's got 6
Just shoot
seconds.
it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Too much dancing around. So, a couple keys here. You know, there are some good things. You know, they started out. You know, they had some good puck control. You know, too much left open. Not enough communication. You know, we saw a couple times where, you know, the puck was just kind of left. Nobody knew who was going for it. So I'm hoping that, you know, get a good night's rest. We'll be back at home tomorrow, and that we can kind of straighten some things out and make a little better showing at home.
Yeah. They got to find something in themselves, though, right? I mean, we can sit here all day long and talk about this, that, or the other, but there was just there was something about tonight. They just didn't. It almost like from the very beginning coming out, they just didn't seem to have their pep and step. You know, if I remember when we played the Oak Leafs in that preseason game, there was a level of energy that they brought onto the ice, and that just was not there tonight. So, you know, this is a type of team that you cannot come in here without 100% without your A game. If not, you're going to end up losing 7-4. So we need to see a little bit of effort out of them tomorrow night. Again, you made some good points. They did have some good positive out there, but at the end of the day, we let up too much. We gave too many free breaks, too many one on none, and just too many times down below the red line we've given stuff. Our defensive breakdowns a couple of times, though. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We'll see how they rebound from this. It'd be great to split the weekend with the Oak Leafs. I mean, that'd be great to come away with a couple of points from the weekend. But we'll find out tomorrow night. So, folks, we have we do reverse when we play at Ames. So Varsity will go first. I think they start warm-ups around 6:30, so puck drops probably around 7. And then JV will be after that around 9 or 9:30. So we will see you all tomorrow night.